Hi, Dr. Sharrie here again, and I'm here to talk to you about one of my favorites, garlic. The Latin term for garlic is Allium sativum, but we'll just call it garlic for today. And garlic has been used throughout history medicinally. I mean, all the way back to the Giza pyramids 5,000 years ago, there's evidence of them using garlic for medicinal purposes. So Hippocrates, as we all know, the father of medicine, he used it for respiratory problems, parasites, digestion, fatigue. Nowadays, it's being used for bronchitis, high blood pressure, tuberculosis, liver disorders, dysentery, flatulence, colic, intestinal worms, fevers, diabetes, heart disease, cholesterol, if I haven't said cholesterol yet, cancer. I mean, it's so popular, and it's so highly medicinal, and it's so versatile. It's amazing. So then all of these things that it's being used for was tested by the National Institute of Health, and all of this is supported by science. So this isn't just some chicken chanting, feather waving, here, have some garlic and ward off the vampire things. These actually, garlic is nutritionally supported, but medicinally it's of great, great value. So nutritionally, we're looking at things like manganese, vitamin B6, selenium, calcium, copper, potassium, phosphorus, iron, B1. Okay, so needless to say, it's very nutritional. The other thing I want to talk about is there's a sulfur compound in garlic called allicin. Now, the allicin is what's going to give you a lot of this medicinal quality. The problem is if you heat the garlic up, it destroys that allicin, and then you're not getting that medicinal value. Now, granted, you're getting a lot of flavor, and I love garlic in my food, raw or cooked. But when you're taking it medicinally, in the raw form is the way you want to take that. So there's a lot of different ways of using it. I just wanted to go over a couple of ways right now. When you take a clove of garlic, all right, here's the end that is connected to the actual bulb that comes off. And then this is the end that sticks out, that's kind of a pointy end. So if you have an earache, or you think you might have an ear infection, a lot of times what you can do is you peel this area off, being very, very gentle not to nick it. And I'll trim just that little tiny end off right there. And you're going to take one that's about the right size after it's peeled, and you stick it right here on the outer part of your ear. You don't want to jam it inside the canal, you know, so that you have to go to the emergency room and they got to, you know, pull it out. You don't, that's not what the point is. The point is you want to just place it in there almost like an old-fashioned kind of hearing aid. So another way, and you're going to love this, is to do the same thing. Again, you want to peel it very carefully without nicking any of the area on the outside edge. And if you suffer with a sinus infection, you suffer with congestion, anything upper respiratory, you can peel this and you can place it inside your nostrils. I know you're laughing right now and you're like, you want me to do what? Well, it's rather funny, because once you've done this and you see how well it works, you're going to be like, okay, I'm not going to laugh anymore, because it really does work. I mean, you look really goofy, but, and I personally, I wouldn't be answering the door if somebody knocks when I have these hanging out my nose, but that's another way. Then the other thing you can do is consume them, you know, in their raw state in many different ways. You know, you don't have to, you know, a lot of people, what do you want me to chew on a clove of garlic? No, that's not really, I mean, unless that floats your boat, that's not really what you need to do. A lot of times what we'll do is I'll cut it up raw and I'll throw it in salsa, or I'll put it in my fermented veggies and serve it with a meal, you know, just to increase the value of the meal. I've also chopped up an avocado and mashed it, and I'll put it inside with the avocado. You can use it in hot sauce, with honey, on crackers and cheese. All right, one of my absolute favorite things to do is get some bread and toast it just a little bit so it's crunchy, and sop up all of the extra virgin olive oil, and then you put raw garlic on it and you eat it like a sandwich. I love garlic sandwiches. The bottom line is the easiest way to do it is you just chop it up, put it in a spoon, put it in your mouth, and then you swallow it with something to drink. It's a done deal. But I will tell you that you want to do that when you have something already in your stomach. I've done it on an empty stomach, and it wasn't so pleasant after all. So you really want to make sure that you've got something in your stomach already and that you're swallowing, your garlic with something there, so you don't get those kind of effects. So again, if you have any questions, please let me know. You can reach me at my website at www.drsharrie.com, and that's DRSHARRIE, or you can email me at drsharrie@gmail.com, which is DRSHARRIE@gmail.com. I hope this helps.